And of course, we are rolling, and everything is set up, and we are good and seen in and sweet. So that is good. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the TNC Hysterical Podcast, the only podcast that usually has a witty pun, but today we're just chilling because we're both tired. And today is a work episode where we actually have to think about things and we don't want to. So, my name is Trevor.
And I'm Caden.
And yeah, so we have had a fucking week.
I mean, yeah, it was a pretty interesting week. That's for fucking sure.
It's like, God, Jesus Christ. So the reason that we're saying that is because last Friday we went out and we decided we wanted to get some sunshine, and we went out and the world kind of fucked us both. I mean, me more so than Caden, but definitely fucked us both. And what I mean by that is I completely busted my skull, and Caden and I both got sunburned so fucking bad we're still peeling. It's a week later. So,
Yeah. Fucked up my hand a little bit. He fucked up his head a little bit. We both got. We were trying out a new idea,
which was go outside.
Yeah, which, clearly we never do.
Like, legitimately, I think that the last time we went outside was the 4th of July.
I mean, I go outside more.
No,
I go to the park.
I meant me and you, like, together.
Oh, yeah, together? Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think that was the last time that we went outside. Not individually, because, I mean, obviously I went outside when I was sick with COVID. I went to a closed church to ride around on my skateboard, but past that, I fucking have not been outside, like, at all. I don't go outside. I don't like it. And then, like, I went outside, and guess what? I fucking cracked my skull open, which that's just the world's way of saying, why'd you come out of your hobbit hole? You don't belong out here. Go back. Go back to where you come from.
Right. Yeah, no, so we tried to go on a small riding trip. Me on my longboard and Trevor on his skateboard. And everything went fine.
Yup.
Up until, we got to skate park.
I mean, to be completely fair, we weren't doing weird, wild shit.
No, we were not.
We were not doing weird, wild shit. We were legitimately doing the most baby shit that there was. And
yeah,
so
no,
that's kind of the fucking problem with it. Like, Abby keeps trying to be like, yeah, Caden ratted you out. He said you were doing flips and shit. And I'm like, what? No, I wasn't. The fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I know I hit a fucking rock because I remember the sound. Like, I know that's what happened. I remember it clear as day. Like, I didn't forget anything, even though I should have. I couldn't hear the kids screaming, but I don't know why I vaguely remember that. But, like, I'm just saying, like, it could have happened on our way to the fucking skate park.
There was no kid screaming.
Well, what about that kid that was like, holy shit? Because he came back. I thought you said he was all fucking freaking out.
I mean, he freaked out a little bit, yeah.
That's what I mean.
But yeah, no, it's, nothing crazy. Just, trying to drop in and right on the ramps a little bit. And
well, see, that's the thing, too, is like, honestly, I could have hit a rock going to the skate park and did the same fucking thing. Like,
you probably put yourself up more.
Yeah, like, that's kind of the problem. Like, that's kind of what I was saying. I was like, I was going slow. Like, if I would have went fast, I would have been able to roll out of it. Like, I think that's where I went wrong, was I was going so slow. Because if I was going fast, I would have been able to, like, at least roll. But because it was just so little momentum, it was just my body weight falling straight down.
Right. I
So it, yeah, it
yeah,
was.
yeah, no, fucking hit a rock, went backwards, slammed his head on the concrete so hard he bounced back up into a sitting position.
Dude, I mean, I even was like talking to Abby about it, and I said, you know, honestly, what's fucked up is that if it wasn't so hot and we didn't walk to the hospital, I'd probably be in worse shape. And she's like, why? I'm like, because it was so fucking hot outside. I think it legitimately dried the blood on my head.
Probably.
Because I was bleeding like a lot. You were the one that noticed it. I didn't even notice it.
Luckily for us, the hospital was
real close. Yeah.
like a mile, less than a mile.
Like that, how lucky could that have been? Like that's the thing that gets me. Like what are the fucking chances we could have been by a lens and been like, oh shit, now what?
Yeah, that would have been
Fucking the worst.
right.
That would have, like I said, and it could have been either one of us. Could have just hit a rock and that would have been it. But you know, that's kind of the weird thing is when you're going super fucking hard, you don't get hurt. But when you're chill and you calm down and you let your guard down, that's when you get fucked up. When I broke my arm, that's what happened. Like, we were done. I was dropping in to leave, and some fucking kid on a blue bike went directly in front of me. Like, what are the fucking odds? You know? I was done for the day. We were gonna go head up the Canyon Trail. You know, shit's wild like that. And, you know, I'm thankful that I don't have brain damage or anything because hitting my head that fucking hard.
I mean,
but
you probably do.
Not
you're
from
just
that.
Too stupid just for it to be noticeable.
Just not from that. It's from my life. Yeah, I get it. Fuck you too. No, I'm kidding.
No, we just need to get you a longboard.
No thanks, because then I'll be going faster and I will die.
Those bigger tires suit
but
you
I'll be
far
going
better.
faster and then I'll die. How about I just don't go outside again? That sounds much more pleasant.
Here's what I'm thinking. We need to get some of those, you know, off-road dirt longboards.
No. Fucking no. I'm not trying to die. Like, at least the things we have planned are fun. Like, like hide and seek in Three Peaks, that's fun. We're not going to die. And if we crack our heads open, it's like you did it to yourself.
Yeah. The other thing is, you know, we really ought to take out the paintball guns.
That too. Because, you know, I mean, you can wear armor with paintball guns. We don't have to fucking pelt ourselves to death if we don't want to. So that's always a benefit. Yeah. I'm just saying, there are options. So, yeah, we do need to fucking get the paintball guns out. Well, that's what I'm saying. We have a lot of shit to go out, but I don't know what the fuck possessed us to go on a long 5-mile ride. We just were like, hey, we never go outside. Let's go kill ourselves. And we're like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, that really didn't work out.
That did not pan
I mean,
out.
It worked out fine for me.
I mean, no, it didn't, because you were fucking like, I'm sore and I'm tired, and your woman was so fucking mad at you. Like, that didn't work out for you.
Oh my god. What pisses me off the most is my elbow. Because I got a slight scrape on it, and I fucking hit it on everything at work, so it just constantly bleeds.
Yeah. That was the worst.
No, that just means we need to get outside more, so it's not as bad.
Well, but just don't do fucking shit like that, yeah. But, no, see, that's the thing is, like, everyone was like, does your head hurt? Does your head hurt? Dude, like, until the doctor put staples in my head, which I want to be perfectly fucking clear. This motherfucker did not go easy on me. He wasn't like, okay, I'm going to put staples in your head. No. He wasn't like, you know, get the syringe, numb my head up. Motherfucker was like, okay, count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, for what? Ah! Fuck! Really? That was exactly how it went down, dude. I
just imagine one of those office staplers. You just open it all flat, just wham!
I am not even kidding you. It might as well have been. Like, I'm dead ass serious. Like, if that shit said staples on it, I fucking would have been like, okay, that makes sense. But that's the thing. And then like, yeah, everyone's like, but can't you feel your head? I'm like, yeah, it feels like someone's pinching my foreskin, but the foreskin is on top of my fucking head. That's what it felt like. Like the staples were pulling my head together. That's all I felt. And then if someone touched my head, they're pushing the staples deeper into my head, so I felt that. But like, I haven't had any pain. But God, the whiplash. It was like from here all the way down to like here. Like I felt it in my chest. And I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die.
I'm gonna die.
Like literally, it was like, dude, I coughed, and every time I coughed, you might as well have just fucking straight up like cold clocked me in the back of the neck. Like it fucking hurt. It was miserable. And so I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, God, don't sneeze. Hatchoo! Huh! Huh! But
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
We really got to start getting those outdoor ideas going.
No, we do. It's summertime. We need to get out and do shit. We need to get out and do shit, that is for sure. But for Rizzle, Shizzle, Bizzle, Dizzle, though, we do have some good ideas that I know we're going to get cooking once you get shit figured out, because I know that's all it's kind of basing on right now.
Yeah, that's really all I care about at the moment.
I know. Well, I mean, that makes sense.
So right, because.
But I mean, like I said, you're moving into a house finally.
Yeah.
Golf clap.
Finally purchased a house, getting everything settled. Sometime, well, mid next week, I'll have the keys. Everything's closed. We'll move in. Then we can start getting more shit done
because you literally will have a room where you're not going to be bothering everybody. And if you need to record until 10, 12, no one's going to say shit.
Well, and that's the thing is there's some stipulations to that just because that room is right next door to where the kids' room is going to be, so...
Well, why don't you Oh, is it because the master bedroom's a lot bigger?
Oh, dude, the master bedroom's, like, fucking massive. Okay. But it's also on the other side.
That's why I was kind of curious, because if it was, like, one of those ones where the master bedroom's just a little bit bigger, but it you know what I mean, then it's like, well, fucking... I'm going to stream in the room that's furthest away, but I don't know.
Yeah.
If I was you, I would just find a way to like swap them. I mean, I guess you can't because if it's like that, but I don't know. You just have to figure it out, or we could just put sound dampening. That's kind easier.
Of foam board.
I'm gonna tell you like a little life hack that's dead ass cheaper than foam board. Put carpet on the walls. Rugs absorb so much fucking sound. Like, I was kind of looking at how to do acoustics, and the best thing you can do is wood, because wood absorbs sound for some reason. Or you can do rug on the wall, which seemed stupid, but like they were doing a test, because back when I was still in my bedroom doing shit, I was like, I need to get some sound dampening foam. And it was like, you get 5 pieces and it was like $120. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, that'd be okay if it was shag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But they put rug up and it was like the people in the other room could not fucking hear them. And they were like, yeah, fucking, and they couldn't hear them because it just absorbed everything.
So, I mean, that is an option. But that kind of brings us into another topic of ours is just creating.
Wait. I know you want to talk about it, but I got to bring this up. So, I was watching Ludwig last night, and he's been on this adventure, and I just thought this was super fucking cool. So, you and I have played the new Super Mario Party. Like, we fuck around with it, and when everyone's over, we fuck on it hard. So, there's 100 mini games. You know how hard they are. So he threw it was him against all 3 CPUs, threw the difficulty on master, And this motherfucker yesterday beat all 100 minigames in an hour and 49 minutes. Like, set a world record. Like, dead ass. I was like, what the fuck?
All right.
Dude, and it was crazy too, because I guess like master CPU, they just fuck you. Like, they don't care. They're just like abhorrently good. Like, dead ass. Like, all the fun is just taken out of it.
I'm sure that doesn't sound fun.
It was not fun. Like, he was having a blast, and I don't know how, because I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, dude, if you fuck up halfway, like, you have to reset the run, because he was going for the world record. So if he knew he wasn't going to make the time, he'd have to start all the fuck over. And I'm just like,
right?
What the fuck? But still, dude, like, let's see, if there's 100 minigames and you do it in an hour 49, that means you're beating every minigame in a minute 30. Like, just flat. Just,
that's crazy.
That's fucking nuts, especially considering some of those minigames are long as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I was like, dog, that shit is fucking nuts. And yeah, last night he beat the world record, because the world record was like 154, and he set it at like 149.70 or 0.50 or something like that. Like, it was under an hour 50, and I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like watching him, and this motherfucker is going for it, dude. Like, I'm like, nope, not me, not gonna fucking be me. Hell no. But yeah, he's been doing it because I guess like he was kind of doing like a thing that me and you do every once in a while, where it's like, I could do that a little better. And he was doing it against this speedrunner named Squeaks. I've never heard of him, but he's really good, I guess. He's like a super fucking masochist, and he'll bang his head against the wall until he gets what he wants. But, you know, they were doing like, just for fun, like 4 hours, 4.5 hours, you know, which is, that's impressive to me. But then this motherfucker goes yesterday and gets an hour and 49 minutes. Like, nah, dog. Like, the second best world record was 2.5 hours. Just to tell you something. Like, that's fucking stupid.
That just means you spend way too much time on it.
I mean, either that or you're good. There's got to be some level of fucking skill in it. But
I mean, there's definitely going to be, some of it is skill, some of it's just repetition. I mean, not to bag anything or try to take any of that away, but...
Well, I mean, in a lot of it too, though, and that's part of the reason that it's like so impressive too, is because a lot of that shit is RNG, and you know that. Like, 90% of those fucking games are RNG. Like, if you're in the fucking shit position, you're gonna lose. It's just how it is. You know,
right.
So that's kind of why it sucks. Fucking, we can't always base it off of that shit, but that's how it is, and so it's crazy, like, in that regard. But, I mean, I thought that shit was super fucking cool, because RNG is just so shit crazy when you think about it. Like, knowing you can or can't win based off of just what the numbers in the program say. Like, yeah, it's fucking gay. But no, I wanted to jump in that because I thought that was really impressive to watch someone get a new world record, because 100 Mario Party games on its own would be fucking nuts, but 100 Mario Party games in an hour and 49 minutes on the hardest difficulty, that's fucking nuts.
I don't think I've ever even tried to play those on the hardest difficulty.
Dude, you don't want to. Like, they're fucking shit crazy. Like, some of the mini games are just bullshit. Like, the chain chomp one, I don't know if you've ever played that one, where you have the flashlight and you got to stop it.
Yes, I have played that one.
So I have watched him throughout this entire adventure, and no shit, the chain chomp one, I am not even fucking playing with you. Like how you get the closest distance, the CPU will get 0.1, like frequently 0.1, the physical closest that you can get, and that's the CPU. Like, the thing you're playing against.
I have played that one against CPUs before.
Yeah, no,
but
the master will.
Oh.
Yeah, the master will get 0.1. Like, I've seen it. I've just watched him play it, and he's like, fuck, that one was a bad run. Fuck, that one was a bad run. I'm like, how in the fuck?
How?
Dog,
Why?
like, what the fuck is this shit? And so he just gets really lucky, and it's crazy, because I'm like, God damn, dude. That's fucking nuts. Like, and like I said, some of the mini games are like, I look at some of them, and I'm like, I could do that, but some of them, I'm like, no fucking way. Like, there's this cactus one where you just gotta basically mash the buttons. I mean, I could do that. I skills from when I was a wee lad, I've been able to fucking just mash buttons like crazy. I mean, seriously, like, no, I'm serious.
Wee lad.
Well, I mean, no, like, I'm dead serious. Like, even when I was, there was a game that you had to do that when I was 6. It was on the Super Nintendo. I'm not even fucking kidding you. That's why I say wee lad. Like, I literally was young. And it was this game that you had to fill a balloon or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was one of those simplified games. But the game was fucking, like, not playing with you. So I had to, like, be, like fast as fuck. And so I just kind of developed that. And it stayed with me. I don't know how. Like, a lot of people are like, how the fuck do you do that? But I don't know. I know it's here. Appreciate you. Thank you. Is it good? Hell yeah. So, new Liquid Death flavors, not Spawn, but it's called Convicted Melon.
Convicted Melon.
You know, like Convicted Felon. They do all kinds of fucking shit like that. Like, they made an Arnold Palmer that they call Armless Palmer.
That kind of just sounds like boobies in a bra. Convicted Melon. Does it taste like cantaloupe? Which melon does it taste like, you slut?
I like Liquid Death, so I don't want to shit on their product, but this literally tastes like water with a fucking sock in it. Like, I'm not joking right now. Like, if you fucking put the scent of my sock in this water as flavoring, that's pretty fucking gross.
That's why you just, drink some good old-fashioned vitamin water. Because vitamin water tastes good.
I mean, Liquid Death
Still
tastes
not
good.
sponsored, but
Yeah, like Liquid Death tastes great, just not this one.
oh, I'm gonna be completely honest. So I tried a vitamin water the other day. I think it's called Love or Loved.
What?
Because like this one's squeezed. It's just fucking lemonade flavored vitamin water, and I only drink 0 sugars. But this one was raspberry dark chocolate. And I knew it was going to taste like shit when I saw it. But I had to try it. And I was right. It tastes like fucking shit. Tastes like super sweet raspberry with a... Tastes like those, fucking
I know what
jelly,
you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Fucking candies, the little sticks. Yep. Tastes like shit. But yeah, that's what it tastes like. I drank the entire thing because I needed to hydrate at the time, but fucking tastes like dog shit. And I was so mad that I opened it.
I know.
I never want that in my life ever again.
So I'm not gonna lie. Abby somehow, which by somehow she went to breakfast with me at the grind, somehow convinced me to go to the farmer's market. So, I got coffeeed up, and farmer's market is right across the street. There's this motherfucker there selling sourdough bread. He made a chocolate sourdough bread.
That sounds disgusting.
It was actually really good. Like, I hated that I liked it.
Don't like chocolate.
So, no, there is a reason that it worked, though. And I found it out, like, after I thought about it. Because at first I'm like, this is trash. But he used, like, 90% dark chocolate. So the bitter of the sourdough wasn't lost. That's why it worked.
Like the 90% cacao?
Yeah. That's why it
Which
works.
isn't bad. Actually, that's the only chocolate I enjoy is the heavy dark chocolates.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care.
Cacao, I mean, fuck, that shit's gnarly.
Yeah, it's awful for you too, but we don't talk about that.
No,
But-
it's not.
But no, and that's the thing is like I obviously he's like pushing it because he's like samples, you know, and so I'm like fat and I'm not going to say no to a fucking sample, but like
I'm not.
that's
sample.
yeah, like I mean, fuck, it's free.
So,
But
so what day are we going to Costco then?
why are we going to Costco?
Free samples.
Free. We don't have the portable mics, and I don't think they allow filming in Costco.
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, you don't until we go to jail.
Yeah, I don't like jail.
Yeah, so
Jail
yep, that's why no. I mean, that's a
Stay
fucking,
full of drugs.
that is a banger idea. Like, don't get me wrong, but I think Costco has like a strict no recording policy, which is super gay. But, no, so that's the thing is she convinced me to go and I tried fucking chocolate sourdough and it worked, but I don't want it because I will either eat it all or puke because it's fucking chocolate sourdough. So I walked away.
That's probably a good idea.
Yep. But speaking of weird shit, you know, that you tried, you were talking about your drink because I'm trying my drink. I don't like this.
Yeah. I mean, that actually, it sounds delicious because I like melon flavored things like honeydew and cantaloupe.
Like, I'm going to be
flavored
honest.
things,
I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I can feel the flavor growing. And that's kind of how I like Liquid Death because at first you taste it and you're like, this is fucking water. But then over time of you drinking it, you start to taste the flavor. I don't know if it's just some mind fuckery that you're doing to convince yourself it tastes like that. But this one definitely like has a flavor to it that I can't pinpoint. Like the mango one was just like sparkling water at first. But then after I got past it, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I can taste the mango in it. And I like the mango flavor. There's a berry one that's like, I mean, it's all right. It's not bad, but I mean, if I was dying, I would choose that one over the lime one because the lime one literally tastes like fucking lime water, which in case you missed the fucking memo, lemon water is what people get for a fucking reason. They don't get lime water, you know?
I mean, I enjoy lime water.
I'm just saying as a general consensus, it's lemon water, but you know, it's just like, it tastes
fair.
like fucking lime water. Like it legitimately tastes like fucking lime water, which is fine, but it's not for me.
But I mean, there's no reason that there's fucking lemonade's the most common, but there is limonade
but this
or limeade.
this is a and I hate that I'm saying this because it's like appalling, but this is a cantaloupe water.
So it is cantaloupe.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Could have one. 8 grams of sugar.
It's not the sugar I look at. Total carbs.
4 grams.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. No, there's a reason I drink this shit because it's like when you get just like the mango, there's like almost nothing in it.
Yeah.
It's just water that doesn't taste like a bag of dicks. But no, yeah, that's what I mean. So, I mean, if you would like one, I can bring one over to you so you can try it. It might be your fucking jam, but yeah, no, it's got like 8 grams of sugar. Well, it's got 4 grams of sugar and then 4 grams of added sugar. So, I mean, 8. And then 4 grams of carbs.
Yeah, that's the only thing I ever have to worry about is total carbs, not sugar per se.
I can't tell if this is growing on me or not. I'm just drinking it.
I can't tell.
I'm so confused. I am legitimately so confused that I'm just drinking it just off the consensus of I need to make a decision. Like, that's legitimately what I'm doing.
I mean, as long as you're drinking it.
I mean, I'm not going to waste it. It's still water, but I don't like the fucking flavor of water because it tastes too metally to me.
Oh, I forgot to bring this up.
Okay.
The Elgato XLR mic interface. I bought one.
The Wave?
Yep.
Dude, fuck yeah. That's awesome. That's fucking sick. Because, yeah, no, that's...
Found some means for it.
I mean, to be completely fair, the only reason that, like I said, I sport it is because it just comes with the software. Like, you just go to Elgato's site, you download the software, and then it's like, okay, stick your plugins in, and it lets you fuck with it however you want. Like, if it wasn't for the software, it would not be worth it because any XLR interface will do the same fucking thing. Our Behringer is very, very, like, good for what it is. But if it had software, it would be better, obviously. But, you know.
Well, that and it's smaller.
Oh, yeah. Well, and so the kind of the cool thing about it is like, so I know you're watching me on Discord right now, right?
I mean, yeah, I can see you.
So look, if I do this and I touch the top of it, wow, you couldn't hear me because it muted. It just does that, you know, and that's all you have to do is just, I'll be right back. Done. You know, that's why I fucking love this stupid thing. It's great. But yeah, no, it's just, it's all software based. But what I like about the software is that when you get everything set up in the software, you can just save it. So you don't even have to open the fucking program again. And it's just, that's how you sound. And it's just like, Elgato, thank you. Thank you for making fucking, I mean, they make great shit anyways. Like, we don't trash them. The Stream Deck is great. A lot of their shit's great. I wish their fucking capture cards were better, but capture cards are just shit in general. But, you know, Elgato does make some really fucking good shit. And it's weird because they are the subsidiary of Corsair.
Right.
Which we like Corsair too. So
yeah, that was the basic. I mean, the whole reason I went ahead and did it was for the fact that it was smaller. It's got the software. And I got it
plug and play.
I mean, cheap. I didn't have to, you know.
They're not that expensive.
I mean, I know.
They're
not that expensive overall anyways.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're like $150 generally. I know you can get them on sale down to like $120. I got mine for $110, but that's because I bought in early. Because as soon as they like announce that shit, I'm like, I want that. That's mine. That's mine right now. Give it to me.
I want it.
Yeah, because I knew it was going to be fucking good. And it doesn't let me down. Everyone's like, yeah, you sound like you're right in the room. I'm like, well, that is EQ. Like, I want to be perfectly clear. My mic sounds good, but that is EQ. But yeah, no, that's the other thing too, is just software can cost so much, and we know this, that to have something that's just all in one, it's not even a question on if it's a good buy. You know, like we talk about amps and DACs and headphones and shit like that, and there's better, there's worse, and we always say that, but like, as far as XLR interfaces, you can buy some really stupid ones that you still need software for. So I'm like, I'm just going to pay a little bit extra to save a little bit on the software side.
Right. Like I said, that's the thing that sold me, is it's small, and because I don't have, you know, desk space. And
well, and on top of that too, I think it would be more appropriate because you have the proof. Like, I own the fucking thing and you listen to me on the podcast all the time. So, you know exactly what it's capable of. That is the other end of the spectrum, is you don't need to go, well, I wonder how it's going to work. You know exactly how it fucking works.
All right, so
We are on to PlayStation Showcase. So this last
go for
Wednesday,
it.
I know you missed it, but the PlayStation Showcase came out. Um, there were some oddities at the PlayStation Showcase. I will bring it up real quick over here so I can take a look at it. But yeah, it's kind of strange. Oh, wrong. Hold on. Sorry about that. Keyboard was hooked up to the wrong one. Yeah, I need to go do this. So, nope. Okay. All right. PlayStation Showcase. I just want to look up a recap so that way we can go over it real quick. So, they announced, which I'm not sure about for specific reasons that I can go into, a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Now, I know you probably never played a Metal Gear Solid game in your life, which is fine if you have. If you haven't, whatever. Metal Gear Solid 3 is renowned from people as the best. I think it's the best. And them doing a remake is great, but you know the game Death Stranding, right? We've talked about it here and there, super weird shit like that. That was made by Hideo Kojima. Hideo Kojima was the person who originally made the Metal Gear series. Well, Konami, who owns the rights to Metal Gear, kicked Hideo Kojima, like he fucking got almost fired or quit or something years and years ago. And they were kind of fucking brutal about it, took all his rights and shit away. And so people are kind of skeptical because Konami then went the way of pachinko machines and making a fucking free-to-play battle royale game. That sucked ass. So they kind of burned the gaming community, and this is like their first foray in like 6 years. And it is a remake of a fucking game that is beloved. And so people are skeptical, to say the least.
Right.
Now I'm excited because it's a good game and it's coming out on like PlayStation and probably PC. So it'll be a good game to check out if it is worth a fuck. So that's one that I'll like go ahead and say. There were teasers of games like Marathon. I guess it was an old school Microsoft game that used to be on like old computers. I don't know. I never played it. They have a Destiny 2 trailer because they're doing a new expansion like we've talked about. We don't want to get into Destiny. I don't really care about it. They have the new Street Fighter 6, which we've kind of been into, but I know we're more kind of into the Tekken realm, which if they would have launched Tekken, that would have been dope.
Yeah.
You know, so, but they didn't talk about Tekken, which was kind of stupid. So what they did talk about though was, you remember that like ninja fast-paced game that I played, the one where you're like a samurai, the Ghost Runner game? They announced a second one of that. I think that's going to be super cool. Have you ever played like Journey or any of those games? Like Journey or
I have not.
but you've heard of them, I'm sure.
No,
No.
I haven't.
Okay, well anyways, it's kind of just like a visual experience. They're kind of cool. They announced a new game about that. Kind of cool. You know, shit like that. Sword of the Sea. Now there is a like storybook game that they kind of are trying to do like It Takes Two, but way cooler, and it's called The Plucky Squire. Recommend looking that one up if you're curious about it. It's an indie game, but it's super cool. Like it starts like how the fucking teaser started was, you know, you're just this character in a book and you're fighting Castle Crasher style. It's super cool. But then all of a sudden the person in the book jumps off of the page and goes 3D in the real world. Like it's fucking dope. So I'm cool with the idea.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking up some of this as you're going over it.
Yeah. Like I said, the Plucky Squire is one of the coolest ones, I think, that has my attention, because there are some other things that we'll talk about which are going to be obvious ones that we've known about for a little bit of time. But yeah, I'm going over the better ones because some of them are weird and I don't really understand. So the Plucky Squire, Sword of the Sea, like I said, visual novel, doesn't really matter. You might like it, you might not, whatever. It's kind of just a thing. Teardown is coming to PS5, which is kind of cool because we've played Teardown for a little bit. It's definitely interesting. I'm curious to see how it's going to run on a PS5, considering our PCs hate it. So there is Revenant Hill, which is kind of strange because it's just like kind of a witch game. I'm not really sure how to take it. I don't know if I was that interested in it. So a game that I know you're familiar with, the puzzle game, the Talos Principle. They announced a second Talos Principle, which is super strange. But I mean, I'm down with it. Fucking,
All right.
puzzle games are not that common anymore, so I'm down with it. Okay, so that's pretty much like just the indie announcements, so that's cool. But getting into the bigger ones, so we have a Square Enix game, which is kind of a letdown, kind of not. It's called Foam Stars, which is like, I don't know how to put it. Imagine mixing a rave with Splatoon. It is a full-on battle royale. Okay. It looks cool, but I don't know how to feel about it yet. It's kind of weird. But I mean, I don't really judge because Square Enix games can be fucking good. So I mean, I'll probably give it a shot depending on if it's free to play or not, but it looked cool. I don't know if it's going to be cool. The next thing that they announced, which was super dope because it's something that we're both probably interested in at least a little bit, is Final Fantasy 16. That shit was cool as fuck because I don't blame you. Those are fucking time sinks. Those are save yourself. They're fucking
I never even
games.
tried them. Never played any of them.
Yeah, they're long fucking games. So yeah, save yourself a little bit of dignity on that one. But I'm interested in it because it's super fucking like strange, and I've always liked that they do weird shit with it, and it's like always a visual feast, whatever. But they're super cool. I like the action adventure shit like that. Though that's actually coming out soon. No one knew when the release date was, and it comes out this month. So I was kind of stoked for that. The next one that's coming out that probably isn't something that you realize, there was this like smaller indie game called Dragon's Dogma. It found a cult following. It got super huge. Well, they showed off Dragon's Dogma 2 on the showcase. I'm kind of excited for that because it's kind of like Skyrim, but we're getting it in the next 7 years. So that's cool. They also announced more about the new Assassin's Creed game, Mirage. It is actually going back to the old school Assassin's Creed, which I'm kind of all about.
Right, which that's what I'm excited for because that's should be released in October.
Yeah,
but yeah, it goes definitely a little more of the old school original Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, and I know we've kind of fucked around. Yeah, I know we've kind of fucked around with the newer ones, which I mean they're cool in their own right, but I kind of miss the old ones. I kind of do. And I don't know why I say that because it has been like 10 years, but still, it's been a long fucking time.
Yeah, that's a game I definitely want to get more into on the PC.
Yeah, that one's going to be dope.
The Assassin's Creeds.
Yeah, no. So Odyssey was my favorite, but it depends on your preference of history, I would say, because in between Origins, which is Egyptian, Valhalla, which is obviously, Norse, and then mine, which was Odyssey, and that one's Greek. I always love Greek shit. That one was my favorite. I played the fuck out of that. That was probably the first PC game I actually played like on PC, like with mouse and keyboard. So it was a huge learning curve, but I had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, no, Mirage is going to be super good. You're in Baghdad. It's old school. It's going to be fucking cool because I do want to get back to that shit because I do miss that.
Yeah.
One of the huge drops that they did that they weren't going to announce is, so you're familiar with Control. I've flexed it, showed it, you're aware it's weird, creative. Well, that's in a cinematic universe that started with Max Payne, and then they made a game called Alan Wake, which is a reporter that makes horror stories, but the horror stories are kind of real, and no one knows if they're in his head or actually happening. Well, they dropped Alan Wake 2 is coming out like sometime like last year or the year before, said it's coming soon. Well, they showed fucking gameplay of Alan Wake 2 and it looks fucking dope as shit, and it's coming out this year. And I'm like, fuck yes. Like, it is a horror game. I'm down. I am fucking down, and it looks just wild as hell.
Yeah, no, we definitely need a good horror game to play.
Yeah, it is.
That's what GTFO was supposed to be for us, but that kind of turned into...
Well, it's just too complicated, and...
Yeah, no, it didn't really fit into what what we are looking for.
Yeah, and uh and that's kind of the thing though, is like it's it but that's what I mean. Even if it is a single player experience, you know, we need that because I don't want to feel like I'm scared shitless. I don't want to feel scared. Well, I mean, that's what I mean. I don't want to feel like it's just. Well, no, I don't want to feel like it's a game that's just jump scares the whole time. I want there to be a point. I want there. Like, I don't think I'm looking for the scared part. I'm looking for the tension. I want to feel that, like, what the fuck? I want to feel that. That is what gets me when it comes to horror.
That's fair.
Because I, you know, like, whatever. If you're going to scare me, jump scare me, whatever, fuck it. It doesn't matter. But. Yeah, if there's a tension in the game where I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't want to turn around this corner. I don't want to do it. You know? So I'm stoked for that because it's going to be super cool. There was a second game called Helldivers. I guess that was an old school PS3 game. I mean, it might have been older than that. I don't know. Helldivers, whatever. I have no fucking horse in that race. I don't even know what it is. So... kind of a pass for now. There was another game that they announced, which is Fair Game, which looked like, once again, a fucking free-to-play payday. It's super weird. But, so on top of all this weird shit that they did some VR stuff, which, you know, me and you want to get into, but we're not right now, so we'll skip over that part. For anybody watching who's curious, you can look up the list online. But, the thing that they did drop was a 15-minute seamless gameplay trailer of the new Spider-Man 2, and it is fucking bad, boy. I'll tell you what, like I legitimately liked Spider-Man Miles Morales. It was cool. Like, you know, I watched a let's play of the first one. I wish I didn't, because I would have been able to experience it and it would have been cooler. But Spider-Man 2, holy fuck, that shit looked wild and cool and like no cuts. It was just, and it was clean too. Like I was hyped. I was hyped as fuck about that because there was like, I'm waiting for a trailer that's going to hype me up. That one was the end of it, but motherfuck, that one was good. I am stoked. Like I can't give a fuck less about anything else on this list realistically, because that shit was just fucking dope. And, you know, obviously I know you can play some of them now because they moved over to PC, but you know, as far as everything else, like I'm stoked as a PS5 owner. I know in 2 weeks we'll have a lot to talk about because Summer Game Fest is kicking off and we'll get games for PC and shit too. And then we'll have some more meat to chew on because you aren't a PS5 owner right now. But I know once they get cheaper, once they get the next generation, you might, and you'll be able to.
I mean, they're cheap enough right now. I spend too much time on my PC to care about getting a new console at the moment.
Yeah, well, and on top of that, you know, like I said, they get ported over, so you might experience them someday, which will be cool, you know, but that's what I'm saying, like, so it's one of those things. But yeah, I'm hype as fuck about Spider-Man 2. The rest of them are kind of like Alan Wake 2 I want to play, Assassin's Creed Mirage I want to play, but it is a Ubisoft game, so I'm skeptical. I'm very skeptical. You know, but if we're gonna go ahead and just kind of bounce into the next topic, because this is like where we're at right now. The 6th is Diablo Day, and I want to talk about this hype because Blizzard has been fucking us with Overwatch. So I am trying to curb my enthusiasm, but if this legitimately is what it is, I am stoked. I am fucking stoked. All the gameplay I've seen, shit like that, like, no, really, like, I am fucking like, this is gonna be it, dog. This is gonna be our game, you know, and it's cool. And I've kind of, I mean, I don't even know if I can, but I've tried to talk Matt into it, because I'm like, come on, man, you want to play with us? He's like, I got two 1080 Ti's, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he'd be able to play it, just not
720p medium settings.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, it's still playable, I guess. I haven't seen his monitors, so I don't know.
I don't know. So, and here's the thing is, yeah, everyone that got into the beta for it and the early access, they say it's fucking awesome. I'm not sure quite how to feel about it because I never got into the Diablo games at all. I've never played any of the first 3 or really looked into them. But Diablo 4 does look fucking awesome.
It
And I've
looks.
only
Yeah.
I've only heard good things about it too.
So, the other Diablos are kind of strange because I played 2. I did not play it on PC because it's old as fuck. So it was an unoptimal experience, but I enjoyed it. I played 3 on the PS4, which was fine because they like got better at modernizing the controls and shit. It still would have been better on PC, but it was fine. Like it was fun. It was fun as fuck. But the thing is that I grasped the concept of it, and the way that it's set up is just so strange because everything about it is obviously like you go, you kill something, you get loot, you get better loot, you keep growing, but there is a progressive storyline that you can do as well as branching paths. It's like,
Right.
and that's kind of the thing about it, that you exit a level, but based on where you exit the level, that's what way you're going. So it's just like it's like a bunch of fucking grids placed together that are like, who knows, 100, 200, that are just levels all put together leading to the same end, which is fucking sick. And that's the thing I like about it, is that, also that's the other thing, is that we're going to progressively get stronger and there is a story, because we've been kind of shit shafted on a few games recently where we have tried to play games where, oh, there's a story here and then there's not.
Yeah, and that's definitely the one thing I'm looking forward to, is a multiplayer story that we can actually get into, play, have a blast, whatever.
Yep.
That's the biggest letdown, is everything multiplayer online has just been a letdown.
Well, on top of that, though, like we kind of talk about too, with Overwatch, we find time to do it, but there's no end. In order to make a series, there has to be an end. But we're just playing it for the fuck of playing it, and it's just cool. If you want to watch, you want to watch. Sometimes when I put the videos up, they pop off. Sometimes people don't give a fuck. And so it's one of those things. But if it's like we're playing Diablo 4 from start to finish over the course of the next 3 weeks, we know we're going to fucking have an ending. And that's the nice thing about it, is that, we just keep going until we hit that end, and then we're like, cool, now we're done. But we have an experience too, because we do have those things, GTFO. I don't even know if GTFO has an end. Like,
I don't either. I didn't play it that much.
Yeah, so that's the point about that, is like GTFO doesn't have an end. Overwatch doesn't have a fucking beginning to have an end. Fortnite obviously doesn't have an end. I mean, sure, golf with your friends does, because you just play courses, but once again, we're golfing. We're playing courses. So it's super simple, super easy.
Just a pastime.
Yeah, that is, and I mean, yeah, sure, that's fun. Like, we fuck around with golf a lot. Now, while it would have been funny to upload Bloody Trapland, I feel like that would need too much editing to cut out the shit parts, because there's a lot of waiting.
There'd be a lot of shit parts, and it really wasn't that interesting. It was more like that golf podcast episode we did. But
golf is entertaining because we can make it stupid, but that's part of the reason why we don't get to do shit like that, is because of the fact that, like, we die so much that there's just going to be the same repetition of waiting for someone to finish, because we all get to the same spot, and that's what's going to be boring. Like, sure, it's funny the first 10 times, but after you've died 130 fucking times, it's not funny anymore. And so that's the only reason that I'm like, nah. That's why I didn't even bother fucking recording it, because I'm just like, there's not really a point in it. It doesn't really make any sense to do that. It's not logical. It might be funny, but I'd have to chop it up to the point where I'd be editing for 3 fucking days just to do it, So that one's fun in layman's terms. Now, I know that later this year, we're going to have a shit ton of games that are like, because we've got the new Revenant game, which is Dark Souls with guns, that has an actual campaign that me and you can play through. That's going to be fun. Because I know we do like games that we can bang our head against the wall until we get through it. That one's going to be fun. We have... What's the other game? I know there was another game that I was looking forward to. That's multiplayer, but... You know, so we have Diablo, we have that one, and then we have another one that's just not coming to mind right now. But that's what I'm saying. Over the course of the next few months, shit's going to start picking up, and we're going to start getting better games and shit like that. But it just seems like it's a dry heat because either the games that might be interesting are super old, so if we're going to record them, the interest is lost, or we really don't give a fuck about them. Because, I mean, Rust has been played to shit, Raft has been played to shit. And we talk about it a lot. We can hop on Minecraft. There is a base for it, but you know, we play one day and then we'd be done.
Right. Yeah. The only sustenance to Minecraft would be competition.
Well, I mean, it would be competition
between the two of us, but that's about it.
Well, survival would also work, but that's what I'm saying. Like, survival would work, but
it's so slow going. But yeah, it wouldn't work for as long as we need it.
Not a series. Like if we were to do like, I don't know, you know, like I don't know if we were to mix it up somehow, that would be one thing. But yeah, no, realistically, Minecraft is just not something that is super appealing. I know we talk about Dead Island 2, but as fucking neglected as we are for games, if I do get you Dead Island 2, I feel like that's going to be a we're playing it for fun type of thing. That's another one.
I wouldn't see us really making that into an episode.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be a series because I mean it would be a cool series, but realistically, like that would kind of take the fun out of it in a way. Because Dead Island is hard, but it's less funny. Like it's a lot of visceral shit and just having fun more than there's entertainment value out of it, I guess.
Right.
So that's the only thing about that one that I would not do. I mean, yeah, we're going to do it, but it's not going to be up on the channel. You know, because right now we have golf, Overwatch, and every once in a while we have Valo, which pisses me off because we did better on Valorant than we did on Overwatch, which I still can't wrap my head around that.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I'm not going to open up Valorant again. That really fucking pissed me off.
Yeah, that was, God.
Yeah, I was, yeah, no.
We were not happy.
Extremely fucking pissed off.
I was pissed off about Overwatch too. That was stupid.
Yeah, Overwatch pissed me off even more, but I feel like Overwatch pissed us off because we are already pissed off about Valorant.
I know it's because like
at least that's why it pissed me off.
Well, no, I'm
to an extent, and just for the fact that we got stuck with like every team we had was like below average shitty fucking people.
Well, it's more like what I was gonna say is we get into Overwatch and we know what to expect, but then when it doesn't change, we get pissed off at it.
Yeah, that's another.
I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just throwing that out there. Like honestly, if there's any reason, it's because we know what Overwatch is going to do to us, and then we get in, and then it does it to us again, and we're like, why didn't you change? This is the toxic girlfriend that's never going to change.
Right.
Fuck.
It's the person you think you can help and change, and then they never do.
They just get worse. Get worse and piss you off more and turn you toxic. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what it is. No lies. Because I was fucking, oh my god. Like, me and Matt, when we were playing, just me and him, because we're making jokes about, there was this person on the other team that was talking shit. They were like, I'm a better diva. You know, and I'm like, whatever, dude. I don't really give a fuck. It's cool, you know, whatever. If you're a better diva, you're fine. Well, at the end of that match, that person went fucking like 5 and 12. And so we got into another match. That person was on the other team again and started talking shit.
I got 12, and you're gonna talk shit.
I got 40 and 2, 4-0. Like,
yeah,
I was pissed. I'm like, shut the fuck up, please. I'm not talking shit about you. Why are you saying that? Like, shut the fuck up. You know, it's like if someone comes up and they're
and do better.
Like if someone comes up to me and they're like, I'm a better tracer, I'm like, yeah, you probably are. So what? I don't give a fuck, you know. But it's like, I know I'm not the best, and I said this to Matt too because he laughed his ass off about it because he was there the whole time. You know, I'm like, if you're better than me, that's fine. Like, there's gonna be someone that's better than me. I'm probably not the best diva in the state, let alone thinking I am in the whole ass world. You know, so I don't give a fuck. I know I'm good, but I'm not gonna go out and fucking be like, flex, you know, I'm cool. No. I'm just gonna play, have what little fun I can without the game telling me, haha, remember, you're a piece of shit. And, you know, that's what I mean. You know, but to like talk shit on me, but you're like fucking like nothing. Like your KD is below 1. When my KD right now is what? I think we looked it up and it's like a 4.7. Get the fuck out of my house. Please. Please. Like, fuck's sake. So, I hate that shit.
They need to talk shit to make themselves feel better.
Well, and it's like you were getting fucking heated at that Junkrat yesterday. You were getting fucking heated at that Junkrat.
Listen, we're not gonna talk about that. Let's just say, you know, I got mad.
You were pissed. You were fucking pissed off.
If my monitor wasn't as, you know, expensive, or, you know, my keyboard or my mouse, yes, I would have been fucking punching shit.
Yeah, you were something else, my friend. And what we're saying is that the Junkrat, was it on our team? I can't remember. I think it was.
Yeah, it was a Junkrat on our team.
And this Junkrat was no shit fucking doing like what? It was like they had 2 kills and 10 deaths.
Something like that. I was just more mad at the fact that, like, as the healer, I had more kills than the Junkrat.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And my main goal was healing.
Yeah, you're not a good. I mean, I don't know. I guess it does take a special skill set because I'm not a good healer either. Obviously, we've proven this.
It's gonna take some time to get used to. That's for sure. I'm not the best at healing.
Yeah, but like I said, to be good at a healer, like that takes some other level. Like you just got to know you're good at healing, and that's why it's kind of strange. Like looking at Matt's at healing, he's not good, but when there's a good fucking healer, you know it, and that's why I say that shit. You know, it's something just ingrained in you. I don't know how. Like, sure, if I unlock Kikiro or whatever the fuck her name is, like that's one thing. I might be okay, but I'm not gonna be good. No fucking way. I'm not gonna be good. Right. Not like that.
Neither of us are gonna be fucking good.
Yeah, like, I mean, like I said, I know I'm a good diva and I'm a good tracer, but I'm not great at either one of them, amidst what other people might say, you know, because fuck, I get play of the game shit tons of times and all that stuff, but that doesn't mean shit because we don't win. So at the end of the day, that's why it's like, it doesn't matter.
And that's the whole reason I'm doing the challenges to get Hysterical, is because it gives something new to the game. It's not just hop in as at, you know, who you're good at and play the game and win. It's makes it more challenging and pisses me off a lot more.
Well, and see, this is the other thing too. And Matt kind of asked me that. He's like, bro, you go 40-2? Like, he's like, how do you even have any fun anymore? He's like, I have never seen you go below 20 when you're diva. And I'm like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It's not fun because I wish to fucking all hell we had more game modes. Like, if we had like 4 more game modes, I'd be happy. Like, I know people would say like, oh, just 1 more, but like, no, I mean, if we had 1 more, it would still be stale as fuck. But I feel like if they threw in like 4 good game modes, so that way it's never the same. Like if you hopped into 6 games, you'd get all different game modes, that would make everything substantially more fun for me because, you know, I mean, I know that you can pick different categories, but realistically, if we were doing unranked and got thrown into deathmatch, then I'd have a reason to get all those kills. It wouldn't just be defense, which is even worse because I feel like when we're defending, especially a payload or something, I feel like killing people is the only way to keep the defense going because otherwise they're just annoying. So my KD is way higher than it even needs to be just to try to win. But like you say, you know, we get team members that are fucking not getting the hint. They're not part of the meeting right now and they're doing other shit. You know, they're worried about their own KD, but we're losing. And I think that's the biggest thing that pisses me off too, is like people who are like, yeah, my KD is fucking amazing. And then they do shit. But meanwhile, me and you are fucking just racking it up, but we're trying to win. And doing what we need to do is what leads to us getting that KD score, which is cool. But that's what I mean. Like, I need another reason to sharpen my skills, I guess. Or another thing to make me like think about my characters in a different perspective. It can't just be
and
all
maybe that's why we need to hop into like arcade mode.
I mean, like I said, yeah, arcade mode
we need to try
cool.
it out.
Yeah, arcade mode would be cool, but I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to have high hopes.
I don't have high hopes. It's Overwatch.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying that for. I don't want to have high hopes for new. But
all right, how are we doing on time right now?
We are, I don't know. Bad ask. Because I don't know, dog. I need to switch over. Maybe. There we go. Sorry, guys. You're going to see a lot of random shit. 106.
106? Okay. How long are you wanting to go?
It's up to you. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we can go ahead and end it here.
Cool. It's good with me. Like
Or-
I said, you know, we're cool as long as we get, you know, as long as I get an episode that's long enough for people to sit and just chill. And an hour is good. I mean, I know we usually go for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, but I mean, realistically, like we kind of said before we started, it's a dry week. It's a dry week. Like I know a lot of shit's happened, but it's dry. So
it's also been like a dry month. I've been super busy.
Yeah,
You've been super busy.
Fucking, you know, and I know next month we're gonna have nonstop shit to talk about, but that's next month. So that's kind of why it's like, yeah, next month, you know, July 6th, Diablo comes out, July 8th, the Summer Game Fest. Like, we're gonna have shit to talk about for pretty much the whole month of our podcasts. But yeah, right now it's just kind of like, cool. Tears of the Kingdom came out, which you haven't played. Alyssa might play. Cool, you know, and like I said, I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't really want to do a whole lot because I'm a fucking psychopath and beat it in fucking 5 days, but I know a lot of people are still playing it and haven't beaten it. Like, Abby hasn't fucking beaten it yet, and we were comparing times, and I beat mine in 27 hours. She is on 50, and she's not even close. So I don't want to ruin it for people, you know, and I've been playing the fuck out of it. It's a great game, but, you know, even though talking about it is cool, and I know that's what's been going on this month, it's still, like, it's not worth it to cover it because everybody else has too. So that's why I was like, you know, whatever, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But yeah, no, we can do that. Like, we can call it here. I'd be cool with that. It's we got everything out
That
we
way,
needed to.
I mean, it'll give us time to possibly get another one in or do some other things.
True that.
That way we have enough content for whomever is watching.
True that. I mean, we have fucking 30 viewers. I don't know how, but you know, whatever. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks,
You're the
guys.
best.
We appreciate it.
We really do. Like, I know we talk a lot of shit, but realistically, like we said before, this is what the podcast is. It's never going to change. If we have 100,000 viewers, we're still going to be talking shit. We'll just have a better setup.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know, hopefully in the future we're gonna have uninvited guests. And
I was just gonna say that too. I was thinking about that as well. Ooh, ooh. I like that. I like that. That's actually like a good topic title. Uninvited guests.
Exactly.
That's fucking
Yes.
good. I like that. That's clever thinking on your part.
And maybe depending how things work out, we can get uh, Matt involved with this or not. But
I mean, Matt liked it when he was on. I think that I don't remember. I'll have to go through the footage because it'll be. That's kind of why I said we don't have enough, is because we did
yeah,
golf with your podcast and I haven't looked it over. I know Overwatch was shit, but I don't think golf was. So I'll look over golf and see if it's still salvageable. So we did a golf with your podcast, golf with your friends, and did the podcast. Our friend Matt's on it. I hope it's salvageable because he's a good guy and he actually has some funny shit to say. But
I mean, yeah, at the same time, but I know I didn't say a lot of shit because when I start playing games, I shut the fuck up because I'm focusing.
it's
Even if
true.
it's a game I don't have to focus.
It's
So
true.
I mean, that's kind of the disappointing thing about it. But
No, and that's what makes it fun though. Is like even when we're fucking around, we're still kind of competitive. And if we weren't like that, games would be boring as hell. So that's kind of like the benefit of it too. Like that's kind of why I think we like playing rock hard games, is because then we're not competing against each other. We're working towards a goal that we have to
yeah,
beat. So, because yeah, we get bored and we compete against each other, and then it's like, well, that's fun. And I think that's basically what Overwatch is like, we know we're gonna get more kills than everybody else on our team, but we just compete against each other for bragging rights or whatever.
and I mean, it's not even that. I at that point, even with golf with your friends, I'm competing against myself.
Well, that too. I mean, well, golf is like, it depends on the game mode too, because we haven't gone shit crazy, because there is something that you can do in golf that I told Matt about and I haven't told you. Me and Glenn, and that's why we're never going to have him play golf with us, used to play. You could have as many shots as you want, but you had to make your shot based on a different hole. So you would have to jump over into some other fucking course to sink it. And we would play for hours because you couldn't shoot it in the one that was the course. You had to shoot it in a different one. And we got fucking good at it. Like, I think we were down to like 140. But I mean, for shooting in a different course,
Right.
that's fucking good. You know, that's fucking good. And that's, like I said, that's impressive because me and you pull 140s on fucking Space Station. And that's because that one's stupid.
That one's awesome. Quit talking shit on it.
You hate it too. Don't even lie. But, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the TNC Hysterical Podcast. We hope that you enjoyed this one. We did an off the cuff one last week. That's why this one was a little bit more scheduled and we had to talk about news and stuff. But like I said, it's a dry week. But I can most definitely promise you that the next week is going to be amazing because we have a lot of shit coming up. We have the Summer Game Fest coming up, so that way that's going to drop a lot of games on PC, and we're going to have fucking months and months worth of shit to debate about and talk about. Hopefully they drop a few games and me and Caden are like, fuck yeah, let's do this shit. And on top of that, Diablo is coming out, which you're probably going to get some VODs because they're going to go on our main channels. But if we have highlights or some funny shit, you might get a VOD here because who knows? You never know.
All right.
So we're going to have a lot more shit this week. Sorry it was super dry. Sorry it was super boring. But realistically, we appreciate you guys. Like we said, we didn't even realize how many viewers we had. We thought we were going to just be preaching to ourselves for forever. So to the 30 of you that watch this, or 15 that watch it twice, whatever you do, we appreciate you so much. And thank you every single day. Post-credits shit. As always, music is Harris Heller, Stream Beats. Give credits to him. It is DRM free. So we want to thank him for that because even though we don't have to shout him out, we do anyways because he provides us with music that we can play during the podcast and games. Because believe me, we do not want our shit taken down. We talk about that a lot because it's the truth. I don't want to be copy striked.
Yes.
Even though we're not big, I still don't want any of my videos taken down. So thank you as always. This has been the TNC Hysterical Podcast. I have been Trevor.
And I have always been Caden.
And we will see you in the next one.